going to share with you the best piece of advice I've learned after 45 years of living on planet Earth. The best piece of advice I could give to anyone would be this: learn to love yourself. How do you do that? Well, you have to heal and you have to forgive yourself. You have to go through this whole lovely process, but the best thing that I've ever done as a 45-year-old is learn to love myself. And in order for me to do that, I had to go through a decade of massive, intense healing and inner reflection, meditation, and lifestyle changes. And eventually, I got to a place where, I've learned to love myself and protect my energy. One of the things that I noticed after learning to love myself, looking back on my past, was just how afraid I was to be, the real me and express myself. I look back to 2015 when I quit drinking and I started making these steel sculptures, and it was like the most exciting thing in my life at the time. And I was scared to take pictures and post them on social media because I was afraid of what all my, ex-drinking buddies at the time would think. And it took me 2 years to build up the courage to be like, you know what, I don't give a shit about what anyone thinks. I'm going to do me, and if they have a problem, well, that's their problem. And this was a process, right? The more you learn to love yourself, the less BS you're willing to take. And, now I protect my energy over anything. I don't feel obligated to go do anything I don't want to do. I don't feel obligated to hang out with people that I don't want to hang out with. And not only that, just this freeing feeling of being able to express yourself. Before, I remember being a little kid and I just felt so awkward saying, talking about Jesus to anyone else other than, praying to him. I prayed to him, talked to him all the time throughout the day. But, for me to talk to someone else about it was a really awkward feeling. And, now I look at myself and I'm like, I'm on camera telling you guys about how in 2014 Archangel Michael appeared and how I've had, visitations from the soul of Jesus. And, I got two angel wing tattoos on my arms to represent the day Archangel Michael saved my life. And when a random person asks me, nice tattoos, or says to me, nice tattoos, what they all about, I'm straight up like, Archangel Michael appeared and saved my life. And I don't worry about what they think. If people want to live in this narrow perspective and lash out on other individuals because they have a different belief system, that's on them. In reality, they have a fear that maybe that is right, and they're not capable of accepting that they've been living a lie most of their life. I know on 2014, when I attempted to leave this place, and Archangel Michael appeared, and my dad's higher self started yelling at me. This shattered my belief system that I'd been carrying for 34 years, and I had a bit of an ego death, realizing that, I was raised Roman Catholic, and certain beliefs that I had were instantly shattered. And so I was like, wow, I've been wrong this whole time. It was really something I had to chill with for a bit. But learning to love yourself allows you to be the real you and not give an F about what anyone else thinks is one of the most freeing, liberating feelings that you can experience while you're down here. So my best piece of advice to anyone out there that would like to accept it: open up your heart, learn to love yourself. Over 62,000 followers on TikTok. Greatly appreciated. Would love to see you over at YouTube at Ash Samborski, at Saved by an Angel, Instagram at AshSam888. Smash that like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. That's all I got. Thanks for watching.